just a little gap here.
And now the referees are
So this is what we agreed should be the long beauty shot.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, the WTF World Takeover GP Astana 2014 is present. The final, gold medal final, female, the weight category 67 kilogram. We invite the blue, GUO China, in the WTF Olympic ranking number 26.
Guo Yunfei of China enters the arena, world number 26. And here's Elin JOHANSSON of Sweden, the world number 2.
We invite the red, Elin JOHANSSON from Sweden, in the WTF's Olympic ranking number 2.
JOHANSSON on the way here. She had a bye in the first round, beat the world number 19 in the second. Nina Clay, the world number 8 in the third round. And in the semi-final we just saw Chen Yanyu 2-1 in the semi. As for Guo Yunfei, well, she beat the home girl in the first round. Then it was 2 very tight matches against Nur Tatar, the world number 9, and then the world number 16, Oh Hyeri of Korea. And then she beat the world number 5 in the semi-final, Anastasia Baryshnikova. Our referee from Egypt, Ahmed El Mofti. This is the final, female minus 67 kilogram category. And on the semi-finals, JOHANSSON had a pretty tight one, didn't she? It was pretty close. And but she is she's a class act. She won the Grand Prix final in Manchester in 2013. Didn't enter in China, but JOHANSSON is somebody that she gold medals she's picked up all over the world. So far, quite a little quiet start here. JOHANSSON just taking the first point, and Guo has a yellow card against her name already, so it's gone fairly well in the first 30 seconds. Hope you're enjoying this action here. It's very hot conditions here in the Dowlais Sports Centre in Astana, capital of Kazakhstan. Official just stopping wherever these pictures are being beamed live all around the world. And it really is truly an international sport here. We had 11 countries filling the 12 spots in yesterday's semi-finals, and today's 10 countries. It really has been a widespread, long gone are the days of Korea dominating the sport, Mike.
I think you can never underestimate Korea's contribution to the sport. That's where Taekwondo started, and they've got some amazing players. Some are not here to these championships, but yeah, it is a truly global sport. We had 60-odd countries at the 63 countries in London 2012, and a very wide medal spread.
Yeah. Still 1-0.
1-1.
Yeah, equaliser there from Guo.
I think you prompted that one, Adrian.
I tend to have that effect. Things go still quite a low energy start here. The first round is complete.
The first round is over.
And not much for the highlights reel there, is there?
I think Elin JOHANSSON was more proactive in that round, but not quite closing down the Guo from China enough to score any points, really. Not really any dangerous scoring points, as it were.
Yeah.
And again, we see a little bit of a pattern with the Chinese athletes. They're very cautious in the first round, come to life at the end of the second round, and then throw those deceptively fast head kicks in or fast body kicks.
Yeah. Well, both athletes getting a stronger talking to with the coaches. All to play for here in this major final, the World Taekwondo Grand Prix Series 2 here in Astana. World number 26, Guo Yunfei of China, and world number 2, Elin Johansson of Sweden. But you know, Guo Yunfei is, you know, she may be lowly ranked, but that's just possibly because she hasn't played a lot on the world scene, and she, you know, she's representing China, one of the powerhouse nations of this sport. You know, that she's not going to be a bad fighter, is she?
Absolutely not, no. And I think that a lot of the points won in a series of competitions called the G-class events, and we have G1 and G2, which are open international competitions. And although Elin's won quite a lot of points in places such as Egypt and even further afield, there are more G1 events, I think, in the European and other continent than what China's probably had the opportunity to participate in.
Yeah. Well, Johansson won a lot of events in 2013, as you said earlier, Mike, and she pretty much dominated the sport and finished off in December beautifully, winning the World Grand Prix finals in superb style. She really was in imperious form. It's much more tactical affair, but you feel the girl's just starting to loosen a little bit. And of course, what we saw in both semi-finals, and it happened in both of them, the first two periods were quite tight affairs, just as we're seeing here. And it was almost a bit of a warm-up, and then you know, there's just something psychologically, isn't there, that lifts up, and they just really get stuck in for the third period. 25 seconds.
It is a tactical game, you know. You can't go at it full steam for 3 rounds. It's just not possible. And you know, you're up against class opponents who are going to penalise you if you make a mistake. You're going to end up giving points away. So it's a cautious affair.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, we do like to see more action, but you know, you've got to understand the mindset of the athletes.
Yeah. They haven't got to the position where they are by playing reckless taekwondo or fighting recklessly in early rounds before they've even sussed their opponent out. So what you're saying is that the first two periods, they really are sussing their opponent out. And, you know, and you particularly see it in the female categories as well, don't you? They tend to try and work their opponents out a little bit more. I'm not going to make any comments about women thinking more about their sport and the men just going for the full throttle action. But, you know, that is generally what we do tend to see, isn't it? That the men's game, you do get some bouts where they just get stuck in.
Yeah, well, again, I don't want to appear to be sexist either. She's laughing at me there.
We're on careful ground here.
I think that no, we can't say women's taekwondo in Great Britain is phenomenal. So,
absolutely.
You know, we can't question the, you know, the skills and the abilities involved. It's just in this one competition, this is what we're seeing.
Absolutely.
Round 3 is begin.
round.
So, hit 2-1 here to Guo in this third period. And we just went off air for a second there because there's a little rumour travelling around that, and I hope this isn't true, but there's a rumour flying around that Stephen Lopez is not going to be able to compete in the final, which would be terrible news. We'll bring you more on that a little bit later on, but somebody was just tapping me on the shoulder and said this rumour is flying around, so we'll keep an eye out for that. But meanwhile, we're in the third period here. Let's concentrate. This is the women's up to 67 kilogram category. GUO leads 2-1. And we're coming down to the final minute. Oh, good action from both athletes there. Really can't believe that neither of them actually scored in that particular point, because those vests were rattling around all over the place. Johansson's one of those, she tends to like alternate. She doesn't like her shin guards moving around. She likes to have them right at the front of her leg. Still only 1 point in it. This is anybody's game. That point's nothing at the end of the day. In fact, GUO falls over. It'll be 2-all. She has a Kyungo against her name already. Little yellow card you see, but now she's gone 3-1 ahead. Didn't seem to be a heavy scoring, that one, Mike, but it was enough to break the threshold.
If it was a manual scoring system, I would have scored that point. I think it was a valid point.
Yep.
And obviously the PSS registered it, so it was anyway.
And now Johansson has to step it up now. She's got 30 seconds. She's 2 points behind. She needs to do something quickly here.
The problem is as Elena's moving in.
Oh, GUO's again just pokes that leg out, and she scored well with that. She's 4-1 up.
Well, that's what I was saying, is as the Swede's moving in, she puts herself at risk, and that's just exactly what's happened there.
10 seconds. Johansson needs to do something special here. It looks as she's running out of energy, though. And GUO, the youngster from China, the world number 26, looks here as if she is going to produce the result of the tournament. This would be a true shock. She's not going to be world rank number 26 after this event. Can go there, and in fact we're going to see, well, a card coming from Sweden. You tell me, what's this for?
Could be two incidents there. One, it could be attacking after the break. There's a referee called Kallio. So that would be a 1 point deduction. But again, maybe it's counted on the 1 second being longer than that.
Oh, it's Groundhog Day. We lived it.
I really shouldn't say that. That's
yes. If you watched a bit of action earlier on, you'll have noticed. You know what we're talking about. But here we go. It's 1 second on the clock, but yeah, maybe it's actually a little bit more. Don't know what this appeal is, but I don't think it's actually going to change the result of the match. There's no appeal for a head kick or anything in here. That appeal's accepted.
I'm not sure what the appeal was for, though.
No. So what does that mean in terms of the scoreboard?
Well, I'll tell you when the referee gestures it. There's a gamble for attacking after the break. So
right.
She's lost a full point. So it's 4-3. So
4-3.
1 point in 1 second, maybe?
1 second. Boom. Can she get a kick in?
Nearly.
Can she go? No, she hasn't.
It's worth a try, though.
It was.
That was really good use of the card by Marcus Colorful, the German coach of Sweden.
But Guo Yunfei of China, she takes the gold, and look at that. That's a brilliant sight to see. A new youngster in the name of the sport in the female minus 67 kilogram category. And it's really good to see her. She certainly will be ranked a little bit higher if she competes in Manchester in, what is it? Oh, about 6 weeks' time.
October, yeah.
Yep, 6, 7, 8 weeks' time. And Guo Yunfei waves to the crowd. We're going to see a lot more of this girl in years to come. And that completes the female minus 67 kilogram category. Just seeing that,